We're going to move to our press review now with Alitza Kadeva. Alitza, you're covering one of our top stories in France, the newly proposed 2026 budget, which is drawing headlines.
Indeed, Karis. So let me start first with some right-wing and liberal papers. Les Echos here says that Bayrou has nothing left to lose. The paper is pleased to see the Prime Minister doing what nobody believed he would do. A similar tone in right-wing Le Figaro that calls Bayrou's proposed budget a shock treatment that is necessary if France wants to avoid a financial catastrophe. And then liberal L'Opinion here says that Bayrou bets on austerity. The paper praises the gamble of the Prime Minister, saying that it will help make the French aware of the gravity of the financial situation in the country.
So what are the left-wing French papers saying about this?
So, of course, they have a bit of a different opinion. Communist paper L'Humanité calls it the purge budget, saying that the proposition spares the richest people and the biggest companies in France. Then left-wing Libération here headlines with Bayrou in debt. The paper calls the budget a bitter prescription that will turn all opposition parties against the Prime Minister, and a very similar tone in left-wing Le Monde that says that the plan, including the very controversial proposed elimination of 2 public holidays, has been strongly criticized by left parties, but also by the right-wing National Rally Party.
All right, and moving to the UK, we've been covering the major data leak that put thousands of Afghans in danger and triggered their evacuation to Britain. So how are the papers in the UK reacting?
That's right. British paper, The Independent, calls it a catastrophic data breach. And the British paper also says that the British official behind the leak hasn't been fired for his blunder yet. And then a more detailed article here in the Financial Times that calls it one of the gravest security lapses in history. And on top of everything, the whole leak had to be kept secret by officials and media for 2 years.
And so are we seeing any explanations as to how and why they kept that secret?
Yes, indeed, we do. And it's called superinjunctions. So those are used by the Ministry of Defense. They are legal orders or so-called gagging orders that legally prevent a person or a publication from reporting on information, and that means that anyone who shared any information connected to the case could be found in contempt of court. And the gagging order was without precedent and a landmark in English legal history. And then the Telegraph here reports that the British government said that the secrecy was necessary to protect the Afghans from falling in the hands of Taliban. But the Telegraph interviewed a senior Taliban official who told the paper that soon after the leak, they had the whole what they called kill list of names of Afghani people, and they've been hunting down these people ever since. And finally, an analysis here in The Guardian says that the UK has let down Afghans who believed in Britain's promises, and hiding the leak means that they couldn't even make an informed decision about their own security.
All right, moving to Ethiopia now. A detailed report by Doctors Without Borders has accused Ethiopia of severe violence against humanitarian workers.
That's right. A report here by the New York Times says that aid workers were intentionally killed in 2021. It's taking this information from Doctors Without Borders. And the paper says that the bodies of the aid workers pierced by bullets were found on a remote road in June 2021. That's during the peak of the brutal civil war in Ethiopia. And Le Monde is also covering the issue, but a bit of a different angle. It says that between 2020 and 2022, there were mass rapes that have been silenced, and it says that more than 120,000 women have been raped during the conflict.
All right, changing pace a little here. You're ending with some of the papers that have been writing about emerging child stars.
That's right. So Vanity Fair here is introducing HBO's new Harry Potter. So let's take a look at the big reveal. Here he is. His name is Dominic McLaughlin. And yes, this picture makes quite an impression. He looks shy, but very happy to be chosen. Caris, can you guess how many kids auditioned for this role?
A lot?
Yeah, there were 30,000 kids. 30,000 kids. So he was the one chosen to be the boy who lived. So, and let's take a look at another child actor who has been making the headlines. His name is Owen Cooper, and he has been nominated for supporting actor category in the Emmy Awards. This makes him the youngest actor to be nominated in that list, according to the New York Times. And he's only 15 years old, and the show Adolescence got 13 nominations after ranking like top on Netflix in many countries around the world.
Oh, well, best of luck to them. Thank you very much for that, Elitsa Gedeva, with the look of the papers. Thank you too.